Please journey with me to Mark the 10th chapter. Mark the 10th chapter. Amen. Mark the 10th chapter. The 46th verse. Mark the 10th chapter. 46th verse. Mark the 10th chapter. 46th verse. Come on, y'all talk back to me. Yeah. Amen. If you need me to wait, just say, wait, preacher. Wait. All right, I'll wait for you. Amen. Mark's 10th chapter, 46th verse. If you have it, I'm going ahead and start my reading. And they came to Jericho. And as he went out of Jericho with his disciples, a great number of people, blind Bartimaeus, the son of Timaeus, sat by the highway side begging. All right. And when he had heard that it was Jesus of Nazareth, he began to cry out and say, Jesus, thou son of David, have mercy on me. Yes. And many charged him that he should hold his peace, but he cried the more a great deal, thou son of David, have mercy on me. And Jesus stood still and commanded him to be called, and they called the blind man, saying unto him, be of good comfort, rise, he calleth thee. And he, casting away his garments, rose and came to Jesus. And Jesus answered unto him and said, what will that I should do unto thee? The blind man said unto him, Lord, that I might receive my sight. And in conclusion, verse 52, and Jesus said unto him, go thy way, thy faith has made thee whole. And immediately he received his sight and followed Jesus in the way. Amen. For our time that we're going to share on this morning, I want to talk about hold on. It's about to get done. All right. Hold on. It's about to get better. Sisters and brothers, I found out that life always has a way of producing hopeless and helpless happenings. All right. That may sometimes fog up your future and cause your promise to be put on pause. All right. However, I'm glad that we serve a Lord and a liberator, Jesus the Christ, who knows how to step on the scene and flip the script. All right. If you don't believe me, you can ask the woman with the issue of blood, and she will tell you Jesus will intervene on your issue. And if that ain't good enough, you can ask Jairus' daughter, and she will tell you Jesus got enough power to disrupt death. And if that really ain't enough for you, and if you really don't believe me, you can ask the disciples out in the middle of a storm and a stormy sea, and they will tell you he will give you peace in your problem. And I probably don't even have to go that far. Maybe there's some folk in this place today who can testify and say, preacher, God is able. Preacher, he'll open up doors for you. Right. Preacher, he'll watch over you all night, all day, won't let no hurt, harm, or danger come to you, because we serve an able God. Yeah. Is there anybody in this place who can testify and say, preacher, we serve an able God? And he knows how to watch over you. He knows how to keep you in the hollow of his hand. And how ironic today we meet Jesus as he's passing through Jericho. All right. And the Bible says there sits by the roadside a blind man named Bartimaeus who is begging. And he hears that Jesus is passing by, and when he hears that Jesus is passing by, the text says he yelled all the more, which literally means that every time he could hear Jesus getting ready to pass by him, his voice kept saying, thou son of David, have mercy on me. And I got to ask the question, have you ever been so low in your life? Have you ever been so down in your life where you just had to cry out, Lord, have mercy on me? Have you ever been so low in your life where you had to call on the Lord, and when people walked out on your friends, turned their back on your family members, became fake, fickle, and phony, but yet you had a God that stuck with you through the thick and the thin. And all you could do was just cry, Lord, have mercy. All right. And the text says that Jesus is passing by and a large crowd is with him. And you know what the crowd did to blind Bartimaeus, don't you? The crowd cursed him and told him to be quiet. But I like blind Bartimaeus' response to the crowd. He didn't let the crowd afflict his chance to get next to Jesus, get his blessing. So again, he blocks out the crowd and he still yells all the more, "Thou son of David, have mercy on me." And I like that because there's a lot of people like that in church. When they see you praise God, when they see you shout, when they see you lift up your hands, they say, "Oh, it don't take all that. Oh, I don't have to do all that." But if you only knew the hell I've been through during the week, you understand why we praise God. Because see, a lot of people see your hallelujah, but they don't see the hell you go through the week. They see your praise, they don't see the pain that you endure. They see your shouting, they don't see the scars that you have. Touch a neighbor and say, "Neighbor, we serve a God who is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all you can ask." The text says he blocks out his haters, and therefore this morning we meet by the roadside begging, and as he sits by the roadside begging, he hears that Jesus is passing by. All right. And when he hears that Jesus is passing by, he yells out. But before Jesus can answer him, he encounters some haters. He encounters some people who tries to interrupt his blessing. But I like what he does at Pastor Hill. Instead of him getting frustrated and throwing in the towel, the text says he yelled all the more, which literally means that when they told him to be quiet, he just getting loud. He just kept getting louder and louder because he knew that Jesus obtained something that he needs, and in order for him to get what he needs, he has to block out the crowd. Look at your neighbor and say, "Neighbor, just block out the crowd. Don't worry about what folks say about you. Don't worry about what people have to say about you praising God, because the more you block out the audience, the Lord can pour out his blessings upon your life." Touch your neighbor and say, "Neighbor, just focus on the Lord." And he focuses his attention on Jesus. And can I tell you something? The more you hear what man has to say, the more you will stay where you are in life. The more you listen to what man has to say, that's where you're going to stay in life. And if I could give you an example, I love to play basketball with my cousin Bernard, and while playing basketball with my cousin Bernard, I've learned that the more I focus on what he says and what he does to me, it throws me off of my game. But the moment I begin to hush and just play my game, my baskets and my buckets, they just begin to fall apart. And that's all blind Bartimaeus shows us in this text is that when you got some people trying to throw you off your praise party, all you got to do is just turn your head from the sea. God, you promised me, Lord. You said your praise party. That's all you got to do. Is when you get in that place where you want to give in and throw up the towel and throw in the towel, all you got to do is just get by yourself and don't focus on what people have to say about you. Just focus your attention on the Lord because he has a blessing with your name. And I like this text because it shows us, Pastor Hill, when you call on God, he responds. The text tells us that blind Bartimaeus calls out to Jesus, and Jesus heard him, and he answered him. But I like this because the same folk that saw you down are the same folk that's going to see you get up. Look at the text. The text says that blind Bartimaeus is by the roadside begging. So I got to pause here, to let you know that these people have already seen him down before. But what I like about Jesus is I've learned in this deliverance process that you got to learn how to get up. Can I prove it to you? You can't get nothing to eat unless you get up and go cook it or go get it. You can't get a car unless you get up and go down to the dealership. You can't get a house unless you go and meet with a realtor. And why don't you say you can't be healed, set free, and delivered unless you learn how to get up? Touch your neighbor and say, "Neighbor, gotta learn how to get up." I know it's tough right now. I know you want to get up right now. I know you probably want to throw in the towel right now. But touch your neighbor and say, "Neighbor, what God has in store for me can't compare to what I'm going through right now." Touch your neighbor and say, "Neighbor, you just gotta learn how to get up." And maybe I hope y'all don't forget. I hope you didn't forget, because we would all be on our way to hell if Jesus hadn't got up in the remission of our sins. And I like this because it shows, and the same folk had to help him to Jesus. I like this because the same folk that cursed him are literally the same folk that had to help him to Jesus. Because the text says he called blind Bartimaeus and they helped him to Jesus. And I like this because now I understand why Psalm 110 verse 1 says, "Sit at my right hand until I make your enemies as a stool unto your feet." The same folk that said you weren't going to be nothing, the same folk that talked about you, the same folk that laughed at you, are the same folk that got to watch God bless you and elevate you. Say, "Neighbor, thank God for your haters." Because all they do is just draw Now don't pray your enemies away, don't pray your haters away, because the text in Psalm 23, it says, thou prepares a table before me in the presence of my enemies. So you can't pray them away, because all they do is just draw you closer to him. All they do is just get you closer to where you need to be next to God. Because if they wouldn't have talked about me, I wouldn't have prayed hard. If they wouldn't have scandalized my name, I wouldn't have prayed hard. If they wouldn't have called my name all through the streets, I wouldn't have prayed hard. And I just thank God that I had some enemies at my right hand, and God had to make them a footstool to just get me closer to him. Closer to the hand, to the blessing, to the will of the Lord over your life. Bring it out. I got to move over. Just touch your neighbor and tell them, thank God for your haters. All they do is just draw you closer to God. But before he gets to Jesus, he does something. Our text says that he takes off his clothes. Now this is important if you're really going to understand what's going on in the text, because in those days, disabled people were labeled by their families. So before he gets to Jesus, before he gets in the presence of Jesus, he releases himself of what labeled him blind and disabled. And that's the word for somebody today. God can't bless you if you're still holding on to some stuff that's wrong with you. God can't give you the mountaintop if you still got a valley mindset, because you know the only way to the mountaintop is through the valley. Touch your neighbor and say, neighbor, in the valley is where you get your strength, because when God blesses you and he gives you the mountaintop, you can't enjoy the mountaintop if you still got some valley mindset. Anybody in this place, you can deliver from some stuff, you let some stuff go, because the only way you can really just enjoy the blessing, the only way the blessing can be manifested is if God had to take some things away from you. Now I gotta tell you, look at what Bartimaeus does in this text. The text says that immediately he received his sight. And he followed Jesus down the road. I like this, because whenever you call on Jesus, things happen at the feet of Jesus. Have you ever called on the Lord and they probably didn't have it immediately, but when you called on him, he knew just what you needed, and it seemed like after you got through praying, things just got better, your body got healed, your money got right, friends started to treat you like family was right, because when you get in the presence of the Lord, things begin to happen. I'm not alone with the preacher, so it said that immediately he received his sight. And there ought to be some shouting news that when you start talking to Jesus, things begin to happen immediately. But wait. Blind Bartimaeus, after being healed, does not go back to where he healed from. And the text says he went and followed Jesus down the road. And I want to tell you, God don't bring you out so you can go back in. God brings you out so you can stay out. If you tell the truth, the consequences is liable to be worse if you go back in than if you stay out. Because it had to be bad enough for the Lord to bring you out, so you need to stay out. And when you stay out, you need to become a witness. Because there's probably somebody else struggling with your same addiction, struggling with your same struggles. And when you tell the Lord brought me out, he healed me, he restored me, and then that's going to bless somebody else because they heard your testimony. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, don't be ashamed of where God brings you from, because where God brought you from, he'll bring somebody else from where they're from. Look at your neighbor, and if the truth be told, all of us in here have been healed of something. All of us in here have been dealing with something. All of us in here, you've been faced with some giants, and the Lord helped you to overcome. And is there anybody here besides the preacher who can testify and say God can bring you out of whatever you're in? And I'm not going to be for you wrong this morning. The shouting news of the text is that with the Lord, when you call on him, the Lord, he will bless you. There will be some people in here who can testify and say that when I called on the Lord, he was with me. And it was not that I was blind, but all of us in here, if we just tell the truth this morning, you dealt with something. But I'm so glad this morning that Jesus in life, and because he knows where we are, God himself can reach way down and pick us up. As everybody's testimony this morning, and when I was down, the Lord, he picked me up, and I'm on this morning. Is there anybody here this morning who can testify? Be a testifying soldier and a willing warrior, and just throw your arms around somebody and tell them, later, we've been made into for a night, but joy, oh joy, is coming in the morning. I know it's rough right now, I know you're going through, but just tell somebody, I serve a God who can step in and turn things around. I'm going this morning. I get back to Jarvis Christian College, but do I have one testifying soldier who can testify and say one Friday evening, God know what he did. Him that was awesome died for the awful. Him that was blessed died for the broken. Him that was clean died for the contaminated. Him that was divine died for the downtrodden. Him that was efficient died for the empty. Him that was faithful died for the flawed. I said he died. I said he died. But early, help me shout it. Sunday morning, y'all know what he did. He got up with all power in his head. And if you believe it, shout yeah, shout yeah, shout yeah. If you believe it, so he got all power in his head. Because he got power, I can go on. Because he got power, I can face my enemies. Because we got power, oh power, shout power, power, power to make your enemy leave you alone, power to make you love your friends, power, somebody shout power, power, touch somebody and tell them when peace like a river attended your way, when sorrows like seagulls roll, whatever my life thou hast taught me how to say it is well with my soul. Let anybody's testimony come what may, from day to day, it's well with my soul. God bless your heart, may he bless you real good. But just find you one more neighbor, rock 'em and shake 'em, shake 'em and